Did you know that a single pond can house more biodiversity than an entire forest? Quite a surprise, isn't it? But it's true. These humble bodies of water, often overlooked by us, are teeming with life. From the microscopic algae to the visible creatures like insects, frogs, and salamanders, ponds are bustling metropolises of the natural world. Insects like dragonflies and water beetles dart above and below the water surface, while frogs croak their symphonies at dusk. Salamanders, often shy and elusive, lurk beneath the water, unseen but vital. Each creature, no matter how small, plays a crucial role in this intricate ecosystem. They form a complex web of life, where each organism is linked to the other, each depending on the other for survival. This is the beauty and mystery of pond ecosystems, a world within a world, hidden in plain sight. So, why are these tiny creatures so important? Let's dive in and discover. In the world of ponds, these tiny creatures are the warriors of the food chain. Picture this, a bustling underwater city where everyone has a role to play. In this city, insects, frogs, and salamanders are the key players. They're not just inhabitants, they're the food chain warriors. Take insects, for example. They're like the farmers of the pond ecosystem. They break down dead plants and animals, turning them into nutrient-rich soil. This process not only recycles nutrients back into the ecosystem, but also provides food for other creatures. Next up are the frogs. Think of them as the pest controllers. Frogs keep the insect population in check, preventing an overpopulation that could potentially harm the ecosystem. But that's not all. Frogs themselves are a source of food for larger creatures like birds and snakes, thus maintaining the balance. And then there are the salamanders. These little warriors, often hidden under rocks or in the mud, are both predator and prey. They feed on insects and small invertebrates, controlling their numbers. At the same time, they provide nourishment for larger animals. This intricate interplay, this delicate dance of life and death, is what keeps the pond ecosystem balanced. Each creature, no matter how small, has a part to play. They're all interconnected, each relying on the other for survival. As you can see, even the smallest pond creature plays a big role in the food chain. These tiny titans, as we can call them, have a role that extends beyond the pond. Let's delve deeper into the crucial part these creatives play in our environment. Picture these little creatures as tiny superheroes, working tirelessly to maintain the balance of our ecosystems. They're not just inhabitants of the pond, they're its protectors, its custodians. Firstly, they play a significant role in nutrient cycling. By feeding on plant matter and other organisms, they help break down complex substances into simpler ones. This process, in turn, enriches the water with essential nutrients, fostering the growth of a diverse range of flora and fauna. Secondly, these pond protectors help maintain water quality. How, you ask? By acting as natural filters. They consume algae and other organic matter, preventing their overgrowth and thus keeping the water clear and healthy. But their role doesn't stop at the water's edge. Believe it or not, these small creatures also contribute to combating climate change. Wetlands, including ponds, store vast amounts of carbon. The inhabitants of the pond, by promoting a healthy ecosystem, help to lock away this carbon, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. In essence, these tiny titans are the unsung heroes of our planet, quietly and diligently performing their duties, often out of sight and out of mind. They remind us that every creature, no matter how small, has a part to play in our world. Without these tiny titans, our ponds and the world as we know it would look very different. Now that we understand the importance of these creatures, what can we do to protect them? It all starts with our daily actions. Human activities often pose threats to pond ecosystems. Pollution, overuse of pesticides, and destruction of natural habitats can all have negative impacts on the survival of our tiny titans. But don't despair. We can all play a part in preserving these habitats. How? Firstly, let's strive to maintain clean water. This means being mindful of the substances we allow to enter our water systems. Secondly, consider limiting the use of pesticides. These chemicals can be harmful to many pond dwellers, disrupting the delicate balance of their ecosystem. Lastly, we can create safe spaces for these creatures to thrive. This could be as simple as leaving a section of your garden wild or setting up a small pond in your backyard. By taking small steps to protect our pond protectors, we can make a big difference for our planet.